My lawn's too wet, my lawn's too soggy, my lawn's too boggy at the moment. A few comments that have been put on the channel, but here we can do something about that. So I'm going to show you what we're going to do here today to help alleviate that soggy boggy lawn. Okay, so this isn't the first visit of 2026 here. It is for the lawns. We've not touched the lawns since we did the little verified job before Christmas. So what I did yesterday was I went to the garden centre, got some topsoil, filled in this border, got my primroses from where I used to work at Arthur Lane Nurseries like 30 years ago. This year I started there. So we've gone all the way along the top. So this is going to be beautiful, absolutely beautiful Easter. And I got rope Neil in. I met up with Neil at another job that we're going to be doing, and I just said to him, can you spare us an hour? He was like, oh, what for? And I said, I've just got to dig out this little patch of ground that we put on, and he agreed to do that for me. So we got that done, and that is in the skip over there. So that's ready for planting now, so we can think about that. So I just went ahead with the primroses anyway, because we can always get access through the path all the way around here. And of course, my quantity surveying skills as normal let me down. So we just need to get a few more primroses there. And I think I'll get a few more and put maybe a double row in actually, because I think it'll look more effective. And then we've got to do this bit as well. So I just ran out of soil as well, so I've just been and got that whilst I was on my way here. So let's have a closer look at the lawn. Bit of disease knocking around. This lawn hasn't seen any sunlight for 3 or 4 months now. This gets it gets a little bit over here, but the rest of it gets nothing, and that's why at that top end it does fade a little bit. But I'm encouraged, just because I say it's not had any sun, so it's not really had anything on it in terms of photosynthesis going on, but it's got like 5 ALA on there, and then as soon as we do get a little bit of sun on it, it's going to start popping, and that's what it does. So I'm really looking forward to seeing this one. So see you there, that's just where I had the board yesterday. So it's just flattened a little bit. So getting onto the drainage side of things, it is a little bit soft underfoot, so we can do something about that. And it's my drainage in a bag. It's calcium, gypsum, and it's coated in an organic compound, which as soon as water hits it, it's activated. If you just put like normal gypsum on, it takes time to break it down, or like over a long period of time. But as soon as we put this on and it gets wet, it starts working. So this is going to start to dry this lawn out. If your lawn's covered in like builder's rubble, like bricks and that, it's not going to do much on that. But I know that's not the case here, so we can get some on after we've done what we're going to do before that, because I'm just going to be going over it, getting up all this debris with the very fine cartridge, or you could use your verticutting cartridge if you want, and then we'll give it a cut, and then just keep doing what we're doing. I'll keep doing the same thing, but that's what we do at this time of year. Every visit, we do the same thing at every job. Lots of worm cast, I'm hoping the very fine cartridge does a good job like it did at Howard's, and we'll pick that up. Bit of a bald patch there from just where we were turning before Christmas. But it's come out of the winter very well, I must admit, because like this time last year, I'll try and find a photo, so it should come up now from like last year. It did fade a little bit, or the year before. So yeah, it's cold, it's wind's blowing, but we'll be all right. So we're going to do the verify the cylinder coat. Not taking much off, just tidying it up, and so just let it know that we're back. Get some granular feed on, the 3 liquids, Dan's Winter Magic with the 5 ALA, and again, that's going to give it another boost as well, so it's not had anything for a couple of months. The Winter Shield and the Refine, and then we'll get on with the drainage in a bag, and then the rain over the weekend can wash it all through. So you see that colour now, it's come back, just there. That's not like weed grasses or anything, that's just footprints, so don't worry about that. There's very little, if anything, in there. If I see anything, I'll dig it out. Just a quick look over this side. This side's very soggy as well, so we'll get some drainage in a bag on here. I'm not going to cut it or anything. It is full of worm casts, so I'm literally just going to get the drainage in a bag on here to dry out, and hopefully those worm casts will dry out as well. And then once it starts drying out, they'll be a bit more crumbly, and we can get on with the verifier on that and take all those away. So it's 2 different lawns really this time of year. And down here we've got a guilty party driving over there, and all the way up here. So I'm going to take a plaster cast of that, and well, first of all I'm going to marry it up against Steve's. So if it is Steve, put in the comments and on up we'll do the forensics on it and see who the guilty party is. But it's not me, I know that. So yeah, just worm casts everywhere. And this lawn's like 5 years old this year as well, so it's got a bit more of a yeah, just a bit more of a softer feel to it than that, because that's brand new. So this is that's a lot firmer over there. So a bit of a maybe fox damage or bird damage. Look at that, it's just ridiculous. So we'll just put the drainage in a bag on here to start drying it out. So just ready to go on with the verifier. The sun's actually come out, so we can see that this area is getting it and up there isn't. So that gives us an idea as to why it is so bad up there and why it's in a better condition down here, because when it does get the sun, it's not getting it at that top end. So just go in, giving the lawn a little groom. We're not looking at doing anything too aggressive at this point. We don't want to be entering the soil. We're just literally brushing the surface and using that scarifying cartridge and the verticutting cartridge to drag up leaves and debris. And if we take out some necrotic growth as well, then that's fine. But at no point do we want to be churning up this lawn. So as always, we'll have a look at what we've pulled out. Lots of leaves, lots of willow leaves here, because we've got the big willow tree above. And we used to have obviously the other one in the other garden, but that's been pruned last year, so we didn't have to worry about that. So it's cut our workload in half. But just see, getting all this out, going on with the feed, we're just freeing up a bit of space for new growth to come into it. It'll be nice and healthy because it's not too thick or anything like that. But look at that, you know, that's not going to come up with a mower, so it's important to get on and groom if you can and get all this stuff out. We're just going over now, giving it a little tickle with the cylinder just to wake up the grass a little bit so it knows it is time to start thinking about waking up. And remember to always reset the dial on the side, because you don't want to be going on with the cylinder at the scarifying height, because this is just going to end up scalping the lawn and it will look an absolute mess. So look at that, about 23 mil, and look how much we've took off, and look at the colour of it, it's lovely, so green. So all that work we did before Christmas has just kept us ticking over till now. So let's get on with some products and let's start that process once again. So before we start going on with the drainage in a bag, just going on with the Rise and Shine, the 1155 NPK fertiliser with the iron in there. This again, another way to wake the grass up. This is just going to let it know that spring is on its way, and it'll start thickening up in no time. I think in 2 to 3 weeks with the liquid products as well, this lawn's going to look amazing, and those primroses will be coming out to flower as well. So I'm on setting 30, and this is about where you want to be, maybe 28, 29, but I'm just going on at 30 because I've got plenty in the van. But if you're worried about running out again, just do the lower setting on the dial and do multiple passes, and this way you're not going to run out. Okay, so we're going on with the drainage in a bag. I'll just show you what it looks like in the bag. It's not a powder like gypsum, it looks like flour, doesn't it? If you like, and it would just blow away. But this is dried and it's quite, if you have a look, I don't know if you can see that. Put a little bit in my hand. So it's like a fertiliser almost in terms of consistency, very homogeneous, and it's not going to blow away. So what we're going to do is we're going to put it all in, because that's about, it does about 85 square metres that at the lower rate. So we'll put it on at that, and that's roughly around that, a bit more, but it doesn't matter. And what we want to do is we want to go on at quite a low rate. It's very fine. If we have a big hole in the bottom of the spreader, and like put it on 32. It's just going to blast out and we're going to run out. So just put it on the smallest possible, which is on this one, gone the wrong way. I think it's like 18, I think. Never really gone down that low, not for a while. So we'll set for 23, and if it's coming out too fast and we think we're going to run out, because we don't want to set off like a bull in a china shop and then run out halfway across. So we want to do little up here and then multiple passes if necessary, just to get that even application. And if you've not got areas where it's if you've got areas where it's dry and then others where it's like waterlogged, you can just like save money there and just sprinkle over the water where you know the waterlogged areas are, and that's one way of doing it as well. But I'm just going to do the whole thing because I want to start the whole thing drying out so we can crack on with renovations early if we get a chance. So just going on with the second set of granules, the drainage in a bag. Always put these on first before spraying so they don't stick to the leaf. So just going on with Winter Magic, Refine and Winter Shield in this tank, and this is going to give us a great colour in a couple of weeks. And then last, we're putting the drainage in a bag on this side, and then the rain's going to wash that in, and that's it. All right, so that's this video done. If you're thinking about putting some drains in because you've got a bad drainage problem, then this is definitely worth a go because it can be quite invasive and get quite expensive putting drains in. This really is, in comparison, a nice, cheap, easy fix, and it does work. Caveat, obviously, like I said before, if you're building site, new house, and they've just put all the bricks underneath, then yeah, it's not going to work on that. But if it's clay, it's going to work by a process called flocculation, where the negatively charged clay comes into contact with the positively charged calcium, and that starts to bind it all together, so you get like little circles of clay rather than one big solid piece. So it works that way, and I've seen great results on my lawns, and that's why I can get on at this time of year. I know it's not been as wet up here as it has been down south, but it has been very wet up here this year over than like previous years gone by. Just from personal experience, I just think it has rained a lot more this year, but I'm still able to get on them, so something is right, isn't it? So hopefully you've enjoyed this one and it's given you the confidence to do it. So join us next time here on Daniel Hibbert Lawn Expert when we'll be doing something else lawn related. Bye for now.